All right.
And I kick it.
We live.
Yeah, we're live.
All right. Once again, welcome to the Madden Junkies podcast, the greatest podcast out there, the greatest show, the greatest commissioners, the greatest everything. With me today, we got Scott
What up, though?
and we got Riggs. I'm not for sure if he's having mic trouble right now, but Riggs will be back. But right now, it's just me and Scott, so we gonna do what we do.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and talk about some of the matchups we had with the X Factor event. Doesn't look like anyone hit that challenge. A couple of guys came close. Scott, how you feel about your game as far as hitting that challenge?
Mine was a rivalry game. I played the Chargers, so I wasn't going into that game thinking we were gonna get that challenge. I mean, obviously, if you can shut down your opponent, it's always a nice thing. But we just was going into that challenge to, or going into this game, just trying to stay on momentum and keep a little streak going. And that's about it, man. I feel like, and we did that. We did what we had to do, man. We put up 35 quick in the second quarter. He made some adjustments in the third quarter, but we closed it out strong and did what we had to do. We had two shutout quarters, so I guess I could say that. But anytime you play a division opponent, it's always going to be a tough game. So the score may reflect a blowout. It was definitely work, though. It was definitely a work game. So shout out to the Chargers. We know we're gonna have a battle when they come to Mile High Stadium.
Oh, that was your first game for the season.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I think Riggs joined in. Riggs, say what up to the people.
We'll go down, people.
All right, same question to you, Riggs. How do you feel about your X Factor Challenge week, man?
I never like it because it's real fluky. You start off good, and the first quarter you're always good, and it's like it's a big play and boom, touchdown. You be like, oh well, it happens. But it was actually a good game. Try some new things out. He got some really good touchdowns against me. It was pretty good, but playing the Browns, it's always like, it's a hit and miss. Like he's gonna kill you on a run, or you can slow the run down and he's gonna get some plays off in the pass. But he just lucked up. I think I really lucked up because Myles Garrett was hurt, so I didn't have to worry about too much.
I really like I kind of like the week challenge because it comes like always towards the middle of the season, and it's kind of a wake up call because you got a chance to really turn fortunes around in your team. It just all depends on who your opponent, but your opponent got the same opportunity, so y'all going at it, and I think a lot more games get serious that week.
What about you? How did you feel about going into your game? I mean, we see you 43-14 division game. Was the mindset, hey, let's go in and get this shutout, or was it just, hey, division game, stay focused, get the dub?
Hell no. The mindset was get this shutout. I ain't gonna even front, bruh. I wanted that double X Factor challenge, bruh. But once he scored, then the mindset got back to, and he scored pretty early, so the mindset got back to, all right, let's take care of business for the game. I did score the first 7, then he scored, and after that, let's take business. But I went in thinking, man, that double X Factor challenge would be amazing, bro. But nobody hit it because it's a reason. It's hard, man. The competition is fierce, man. The guys ain't just gonna lay down for you, and especially if somebody's taking 2 X Factors from your team or taking an X Factor from your team. You gonna run some of your shit. You know what I'm saying? And it used to be no point score. Now it's just getting a touchdown, and every team scored a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
about to say.
that's crazy.
Nobody was held to less than 3 points. Everybody got into the end zone this week. That's
Yeah,
wild.
so
That's wild.
yeah, that's that's wild. That's wild. So that just go to show you, man, when you focus, and you got that. You only got two X factors on your team, and it can be one or it can be zero.
Yeah.
Shit, you kind of button things up, man. So
What wasn't you gonna extend it for the teams that were like on a bye on weekend?
yeah, the teams that was on a bye is extended for this week. If you was on a bye, you extended for this week, but you're only extended to get yours. Can't have somebody in the fight for theirs to be gone when they were just in a fight last week for theirs to be gone. So
Oh, okay, got you.
Oh
Got you.
damn!
So basically, if the players that were on bye get the shutout, the team that got shut out won't necessarily lose their players if they had played the previous week. But you
when they
can
get shut
gain.
out, they gotta lose something. It might not be as dramatic, but you gotta lose
Okay.
something because you got freaking shut out.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
make sure we know we gotta,
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm
I
saying?
got you, but
So
it just
people
won't be as dramatic. It might be
got
a
you.
little softer hit.
Yeah, but you just said it wouldn't count for them if they were just in the fight for their life last week.
But like you said though,
Well,
you gotta
I
catch
know.
something though for getting shut out,
Yeah, that's
Riggs.
what I said. I
Shut
said
out.
No,
yeah,
but
and
but you
then
can,
again,
but if that's the case, you can't do that because every other non-challenge week we have shutouts, and like we don't never say nothing about those.
well, let's just do this. Let's just make it all right. Then they in another fight. Then they in another fight where they can get it again if they play on a team that was on a bye week last week. Then you get to try to do it twice, so they can fight each other for.
Them teams need to know who they are, so they know they're in the fight for
They
their
know
life.
if they was on a bye last week.
No,
You
I'm
if you
talking about
don't
their opponent. Their opponent.
do your research.
Right. Yeah. Everybody has the same access.
It ain't my job to figure it out for you. Do your research of your opponents. Know who you
Hey,
playing. Know what they
I'm just
did
I'm
last
just
week.
trying to help people out because you know why? And these
Help them.
motherfuckers don't even know when the fucking push
All
is.
right. Well, you can go ahead and help them. It ain't my job to do so.
You
They
don't
know
want
they
this
own
challenge.
stuff.
This is
But it
your
ain't my
doing.
job to help them figure out what they need to do.
So the
Hey,
Bucks,
if they tag you,
here, Riggs. I'll go through it real quick. The Bucks, that's one so far. It's just the Bucks. The
I
Dolphins
think it's the
versus the
Raiders.
Packers. We'll get there when we get there. We're going through every team.
No, I
So
think it is the
Bucks,
Raiders. I remember he was bringing that up.
Jags versus the Titans. So we might see it there.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
gonna be a sim.
I lost mine on the sim. Let's not discount that happening.
So this week, I guess, yeah, it'd be the Raiders versus the Jets.
Raiders,
Matter of fact, let me
Jets,
write it down. Raiders versus the Jets. That's a game for the X Factor.
the Bucks. Bucks game is an X factor. Whoever the Bucks play, and then the Dolphins
Bucks
versus Packers.
versus the Eagles. That would be an X Factor
Oh,
game.
Texans versus Colts. You might see it there too because they had a good game. You might see it against the Colts though. Texans versus Colts.
Texans, Colts. That's an X Factor game. So I got these
Yep,
games written down. Texans and Colts.
that's all of them.
So there's
Texans,
three.
Colts. No, it's four. Texans, Colts, Raiders, Jets, Bucks. Who the Bucks play? Bucks, Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
and Dolphins, Packers.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that. Okay, Dolphins, Packers.
Yep.
So even if you was in a challenge last week,
You want another challenge this week?
you're in another challenge this week. Packers.
Now we're not gonna put it on the page. If you gotta listen to the podcast to get that information.
Yep.
Now is that fair? Is that fair, Riggs?
That's
These
fine.
teams
Y'all
know.
did the work. I wasn't gonna do it today.
Oh. Riggs talked us into doing the work, Sky.
Nah, that's fine. That way,
That's fine, though.
there's
But
no.
if you're
they
not
can't
listening
say-
to this
yeah,
podcast,
that's on them.
that's on you.
Yep.
That is on you.
Yep.
Those 4 games are involved in the X Factor, double X Factor challenge.
Yep.
Matter of fact, kind of works out good for the Jets because the Jets had a sim last week anyway. The Packers had a sim last week. Um,
And then the other two teams
and
are
I'm
off.
not for sure.
So
I think the Colts had a sim too, so most of them had a sim anyway. So
now they got a
shit.
chance to play.
Now they got a chance to play.
There you go.
Three out of the four opponents had a sim last week anyway, and I'm not for sure with the Eagles. They might have been a sim too.
I don't know. But all right.
And now you got a chance to play for yours. Congratulations. Y'all can thank Riggs later because he does look out for y'all. Yep, that was a sim too because because the Eagles and the Colts played each other, and that was a sim. So every team on here did not play last week.
Well, boom.
All four
There you
games.
have
None of
it.
the teams physically played. So
Look how that worked out.
there you go.
Look how that
Look
worked
at
out.
God. Look at God.
You guys are hilarious.
So no, seriously, none of the 8 teams played last week. So y'all got an opportunity. There you go. Look at God. Won't he do it?
Won't he will.
All right. All right, moving on, moving on. Y'all can thank Riggs. Y'all don't think Riggs be looking out for you, man, but Riggs look out for you. Sky look out for you. Shit, I don't know if I do, but I know they sure do. And they keep my head cool sometimes because there's some shit be going through my head that only
But
them two,
that
only
head
them two can
conditioner,
calm me
he a
down
high
most of
headed.
the time.
He high headed, man.
So, I guess so. Since we just hit the awards, I guess we can move over to the yearly awards right now and see the MVP race. Let's start with the MVP race. We got at the top 5. I'm not gonna go too deep. Watson, Mixon, Jackson, Hardiman, and Harris. What's your thoughts on this, Riggs?
Uh, It's
See,
like all these guys are some ballers. Not even gonna lie. Texans, he's throwing dots out there with Deshaun Watson. Joe Mixon is a force that cannot be stopped. Literally, he won running back of the year last season. Lost his abilities, but he has not lost a step. And Tiki Hardiman, like that's one thing that young man will run. He will run, nigga. That motherfucker will run for the Cowboys. And Najee Harris, that's a bowling ball. He's
that
gonna
is
fall forward.
definitely
He's
a
gonna get
bowling
his
ball.
yards.
I know that firsthand. Sky, what clip did you say that Watson was throwing at? About earlier?
75%.
Jesus Christ.
So
The
out of
guy is
every
throwing
four
at,
passes, 3 of them are completions.
he is throwing at a 75% clip. 75% clip. So obviously, this dude is making the right choices out there when he's throwing the ball, man. We'd like to see what happens in the second half, but feeling, man. We had a guy that had this team that said he couldn't work with it. Could you imagine that?
And
Imagine that.
then the
Now they
last
8-0, 7-0. I'm sorry.
work caught him.
Last year said he couldn't work with him. Stop it, man.
Two,
Just
two users. Say two users. What you got?
2 users. Yeah, 2 users can't work with him. Can't work with him.
Cornell Green, he got a little busy with work, so he had to depart.
Yeah.
Yeah, not usually. He ain't last that long with him, but anyway, moving on.
He
MVP
was
coach
also
of,
running with him too.
coach of the year. Coach of the year. We got Cowboys, Bengals, Texans, Lions, and Ravens up there. Yeah, man. All those
The Jets
teams.
is 6 and the Broncos at 7. Look at that.
Jets at 6, the Broncos at 7, Jags at 8. They got us just to be in there because they need to finish filling the top 10. But hey, look at God. We'll take it. Look at God.
The
Move.
the last 4 undefeated teams, all 4 sitting there looking good. Four undefeated
Looking
teams.
good, man.
Two in the NFC,
Strong.
two in the AFC. Well, are these potential championship matchups we see? Who knows? It could be. It could be. It could be.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we got to the halfway mark and there was an undefeated team that didn't make the playoffs. So I'm not
That's
trying to
true.
jinx anybody. I'm just saying y'all off to a great start, and it looks like y'all playoff bound.
Yeah, looking good so far.
I'm not trying to jinx
Out of
anybody.
those four, who do you think stays undefeated? Dino?
Out of those four, I think, I think the Texans. I think the. I don't know, man. I can't see. I at this. I think that. I think the Bengals have another matchup with the Ravens. I think that's going to be split.
You know
Maybe I'm wrong.
our division plays their division, so the Bengals and the Texans, I think they're gonna match up some point during the season as
Mm,
Oh,
well.
mm,
And I had to match up against the Texans.
mm.
oh wow. So
Uh,
Cowboys, maybe. I haven't looked at the Cowboys schedule, but maybe Cowboys,
yeah,
and
Texas and Bengals
then
play week
maybe
15.
Texans, maybe Texans. I ain't gonna put
Oh,
shit past
hey,
Texans.
while we're talking, Texans and Cowboys play week 16.
Mm.
Oh shit! Everybody about to knock each other. Go and beat each other up.
Right
Me and my
before the
sorry
playoffs.
team gonna sit back. We gonna wait
So
till the
I
smoke
think
clears.
Lions
Who the Lions got
may
left? I was gonna say Lions, but he did have a
Lions
tough
got
game against. Well, he's already played the Bears twice, I think, and that was
yes
his
he has.
toughest game. I mean, he's got the Vikings coming up. That's game of the week, so we'll see what that game looks like. But
Lions got Vikings this week, Packers, Saints, Dolphins, Falcons, Jets, Packers again, Bucks, and Bills.
He's going undefeated.
you calling
He's
it
going
now?
to. He's if he doesn't, he's got the best chance.
Okay.
He's got the best
Yes.
chance of all the undefeated teams to go undefeated. Everybody else got,
Got to
let
play
me
each
say,
other.
more of a challenge. Yeah,
Everybody else got to play each other because the
they're gonna,
Texans
yeah.
got to play Bengals, Cowboys, and the Ravens. Cowboys got the Texans, and Bengals got Ravens and Texans again. So, I mean, that's just a small sampling of their schedule. So we don't really even know who the Cowboys got left too, though.
I can tell you if you want to know. Let's see. He got the football team, Titans, Colts, 49ers, football team, Giants, Texans, Saints. So,
So maybe, well, he's got a shot too. Just depends on what that Texas game looks like, and then if the Saints actually show up to play.
um, it looks like it's going to come down to like one or two games and see who's still going to be undefeated.
So, Cowboys. When you said Cowboys, you wasn't too far off, Dino. He probably has the biggest game.
Yeah, he got a couple of big games in there. I think the Lions have the best opportunity,
Yeah.
but I think
But for the Lions, it comes down
Cowboys or the
to
Texans are still going.
is he going to be stat chasing or is he playing to win?
Mm.
Because we've seen this user have teams like this, but then start stat chasing, and and you see him reel off a couple losses. Not that he doesn't make the playoffs, but he'll reel off a couple losses against some surprising teams, against teams you're like, you lost to who?
Okay, I will say this because he's not. I guarantee he's not going to be looking past the Vikings. They played week 2, and he won, but it was
Wasn't it
31 to
43-40?
28.
Oh,
So
okay,
it
it was
was a
close.
tight game,
Okay.
and they played each other tight.
Yeah.
But ever since week 4, and he played the Giants, he been talking his shit, which I ain't mad at him. I don't know what.
His last game though, but that might just be a style clash between him and the Bears. But that was only 14-13.
But that's also challenge week, so you try to do all kind of shit on challenge week.
True. This is true. This is true.
At the end of the day, 1 point or 20 points,
Still a
it's a
dub.
dub.
Yeah. Oh, we know about that. Trust and believe. We had 2 overtime games against the Chiefs. We know all it takes is 3 points to get a dub.
Yeah, it's a dub. But yeah, he still got that. That Dolphin game is gonna be tough.
Oh, Lions play the
Falcons game
Dolphins.
gonna be tough. Huh?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. He might. Yeah. But like you said, he probably has the best chance. So
Yeah, he has the
I get
best
that.
chance, man. He's
I
got
get
the
that.
he's got the best percentage chance, especially if he makes it past the Vikings this week. He's got the best percentage chance.
For sure.
'Cause I don't know about the Saints right now. I don't know. He's been kind of MIA, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, where was we at? We somewhere at the awards, right? Get back to that.
Yeah, we just did the coach of the year. No, we just did
MVP.
MVP. We just did MVP. Now we're
We did coach. We just did coach of the year. We did MVP. Did coach of the year. Now you want to go
Yeah.
NFC or AFC, or you want to move on to standings?
No, let's go through the AFC real quick. Go through the top. I guess we can go just top three. Offensive player of the year, we got Watson, Mixon, and Jackson. I agree with all three of these. I don't know, man. I see one of these three. I don't see anybody coming up in the top three, to be honest with you. What's your opinion, Sky?
Same. I don't see anybody making that jump in there. Um, Ravens may have a random receiver pop in there just because Jackson's got to throw to somebody, and we know Riggs will get hot with one of them receivers, and all of a sudden they'll pop up there with 20 touchdowns. So we could see that. But other than that, one of these three for sure. I mean, obviously the Bengals. It seems like the Bengals go as Joe Mixon goes. He doesn't necessarily rely on Joe Burrows. He relies on Joe Mixon. So as long as Mixon stays healthy, he'll be right there in the mix. Because it's tough when you have a running back that's doing what he's doing right now. So
Facts. What you feel? What you think about that top three? Riggs and the offense player of the year.
hey man, y'all just said everything. You got the Texans over there throwing darts. Mixon's over there running through walls. And Lamar just trying to find his way.
anyway,
All right. Offensive player of the year over in the NFC, we got Hardiman, Harris, and Fields. But right outside that, we got Barkley and Whitaker.
Whitaker
I
is
don't
just
know,
a rookie
man.
over there for the Bears. That's just a rookie.
Yeah, he doing his
He's
thing.
doing his thing now.
Doing his thing. Got Patrick Mahomes in there. I don't know. NFC is kind of weird, man, because every time you get to the halfway mark, man, it's got by the time you end the season, it's at least a new 3 or 4 guys on this top 10. So
Yeah,
we'll
that's
have to
true.
see what happens. I think Najee Harris is probably the way he utilized him. He's probably a fix for at least the top 5 of the offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe Fields can hold up there in the top 5 if you can stay healthy. Defensive player of the year. We got Brooks from the Vikings. That dude is a beast. If you haven't played against the Vikings or watched that damn Frank Brooks, he is a beast. Um, Withers, we got Gardner Johnson, got Dean, we got Jalen Smith.
Let's put
All
it
those
this
guys
way.
are you.
Let's put it this way. Cowboys got 4 players in the top 10, so there's a reason why they're 8-0.
They coming to get you.
You
Coming to
got you
get you.
got you got 4 guys. You got one at the defensive line spot. You got one at the linebacker spot, and I believe Boogie McKee is a defensive back along with Jalen Ramsey. So you got 2 in the back half. So that defense is stacked for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Stacked. Stacked, man.
So
Stack with a great user.
Mm-hmm.
Stack with a great user. Current Super Bowl champions. Shit.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be trouble. It's gonna be hard to beat, man. But I wouldn't want to no other way. AFC Sky. Let's talk, man. Let's talk about this guy, man. Who is this guy, Trayvon, bro?
Trayvon Morig. I don't know how you say it. That's how you say his last name or not. That's how we've been saying it out here in Denver.
Morig.
He's a stud, man. The guy's a stud. He could play corner if he wanted to. We got him playing safety. I'm not gonna hold you. We use him in the middle of our field. He's tough to get around. If you throwing the ball, you better make sure you make the right read because he's gonna be right there on it. And I mean, he's got 9 picks so far and we going into week 9. That's damn near a pick a game. So he's definitely a momentum shifter for our defense. He holds our defense down. He's young, but the guys rally around him. He's tough, man. We enjoy what he brings to this team. He making the other guys around him better. The other guys want to play better. You see, in the last game we started a guy named Fitzsimmons. We brought him in, and the first play of his football life in Denver was a pick, and I think that's a testament to the guys that he works with in practice. So, I mean, I know we're 5-2, but hey, he does what he has to do, man.
Look at y'all out there bonding in Denver.
Hey,
Out there bonding.
hey, we
But
need
look
this
at them.
secondary to do something.
Them Jags, they got 4 players in that top 10, so
Yeah.
they out there doing something too.
And again, you look at
Jags
the
out there.
undefeated teams each have a player that's out there. So there's something to say about they both got 2 players. There's something to say about having, making the right moves, making the right picks, making the right trades. I know some of you guys, we're going to talk about trades a little later, but some of you guys are sitting on players when y'all need to be letting players go so you can build your team. And then you wonder why your team sucks. Oh, my team's no good, but you're sitting on one superstar X Factor that you don't want to let go, that you can get picks for and build your team. But you sitting on that one guy that you paying buku bucks and sitting on a bunch of money doing absolutely nothing. But I digress.
Oh man, in order to evolve, man, you must be willing to accept change. And sometimes you gotta face the facts that you need to make some changes on your team.
Mm-hmm.
Face the facts that you need to make some changes on your team, man. I know it's hard saying, "Oh man, I don't want to let this player go, man." Sometimes you gotta face the facts, man. It's easier said than done, man. But shit. Definitions of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
We've seen users with a ton of X Factors on their team not do nothing. Shout out to the old Cowboys user. That team is stacked because he made a bunch of trades. But that old user, personally did nothing with that team. Now you give that team to a user like we have in Tony, and you see what he's doing with that team. Yes, the X Factors help, but if you suck, you suck. I'm sorry. You suck, you suck. Get better.
Facts.
We've seen a lot of players get better. That's what I'm telling you at this point. It's no more sugarcoating. If you suck, you suck. Get better. Oh, I need this X Factor. No, you don't. If that was the case, every player on the game would be an X Factor. You don't need a bunch of X Factors. You need a better scheme. You need a better team. You need to learn to build your team.
Let's get it together. Let's get it together, man. We too many seasons in deep for y'all to act like y'all don't need to make changes for your team. And I ain't saying trade with me. You ain't got to trade with me. Trust me. I can develop within. We can make a trade. We can develop within. But I'm telling you right now, man, make moves.
Trade with me.
Make moves, man. Some of y'all sitting out there, man, just stagnant. Make a move.
Man.
Make a fucking move.
Fact.
Shit.
Fact. We seen a couple big trades just this season between contenders. So, like I said, we'll get into that. But my bad, Dino. Go ahead.
No. You good. Riggs, you got anything to say about people trading and making moves? What's your thoughts?
Hey man, Sometimes you gotta give up a little to get a lot. You gotta do what you gotta do to make these trades. But
Mm.
some people are just stubborn. Some people feel like, this is the thing with trade society. I'm gonna tell you the thing right now. Some people feel like they always gonna get the lower end of the bargain. Some people always feel like they're gonna get the higher end. The point is trying to meet in the middle. Now, if you meet in the middle and you feel like you're getting the higher end, they're getting the low end, but at the end of the day, if he makes that player or turns them picks to something different, it just depends on what it basically makes it what you got to do with it. Whatever you make out of the trade, that's basically how you win the trade. So, if you make trades to clear cap, make trades to clear cap. Make trades because you can't resign the player, he's not interested, and so you rather send him off instead of franchise tagging him and get picks back. Do it. Do what you got to do.
And here's the other secret quiet is kept. We don't allow flipping, but you can flip a year later. So sometimes you may get a plethora of picks and be like, man, I don't really have anything I need in these rounds. Well, you take those and you flip into some other picks, or you flip into that player you was looking for, but you didn't have quite enough to get that player just yet because the other person was like, man, I need a little bit more, and you ain't quite got it. But you make that trade you needed to make, that first trade, to get you to that other spot, to get that player you was looking at. That's what happens a lot of times too. Some guys will take stuff on, be like, okay, I'll take that on. And they know, okay, he's got a year or two left on a contract. I don't need to re-sign him because I already may have a player in that position. But let me stop giving y'all trade secrets, man. Y'all figure it out.
Well, I don't give it to them. They get it, but hey, shout out, man. Shout out, man. We still 31 deep after this podcast. Trust me, I've already talked to the commission. We're going to make some changes. There's some teams we need to go ahead and fill, and hopefully we get that done today. So within the first 24 hours, if you thought you had a CPU, you may be having a user, so just stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
So don't get too relaxed.
Pay attention to the page.
Pay attention to the page, man. Pay attention to the page, man. But shit, with that said, man, for it to be June and us in this league still running as strong as it is a testament, not to the committee. It's a testament to the entire league, man. It's a testament to the core players. And remember, man, we got core players not even playing right now that normally do some summer business or stuff like that. But if you're in this league right now, they're not going to come and take anything from you. I've already been scolded by the commissioners not to do it. So it's up to you. It's up to you to stay and participate and keep your position.
But don't just stay.
You keep your position, you got your position.
Don't just stay just to stay. We're saying stay and actually.
You got to still be active.
Be active. And part of being active is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
But right now, looking like with the shortage of the PS5, doesn't look like we're going to be immediately converting to the PS5. As far as the Madden game go, it doesn't look like that right now because it's still a shortage, and they're saying that's not going to be fixed till next year. So when Madden starts, we will probably. I mean, if you got your PS5s, you might. If you want to be in this league, you might want to go out and get the PS4 versions. I'm not for sure, but that's what it's looking like towards all the information that I'm getting. I mean, Sky, are you hearing anything different?
Nah, I would say probably holiday season. You'll see an influx coming through, but like right now, it's gonna be hit or miss. If you get in when you get one, you get one. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, the only thing I can tell y'all for like advice as far as trying to get it, if you have a Twitter, there's a few sites that post like when like certain websites do drops, like Amazon, Best Buy, Target, Sony, whoever, whatever, GameStop. They post when they do it, and like they usually tell you tips and tricks on how like to beat the bots. I looked up and got one, but
now right now Walmart has them. They have them. They have the version where they got an outside vendor. So if you want to pay $1,100 right now, you can get one. You can go on Walmart site and actually pay $1,100 and get one. That's on you.
Right.
That's on you. You balling like that? Man, great job. I got 3 kids and a wife. I ain't balling like that. don't get me wrong. If I want to buy it, I could buy it, but I'm not balling like that to
But ain't
just
no
go out and
reason when you
spend
can
$11.
wait. You can
Yeah.
wait when it comes
Just say
down.
you got responsibilities, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Priorities. Priorities.
If you was
Priorities,
single, if you was single and had no kids, yeah, you would have got it. I know you would have.
Nah, because I mean, I just, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Priorities. We'll just leave it at priorities. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at
yeah,
that.
let's just do that, man. Yeah. Patience is a virtue.
There you go. All right.
Patience is a
Let's
virtue. Man. Shout out to Unc, man. Unc ain't here. He ain't on here with us, man. Unc handling his business, man. But he's like he told us today, he's coming with the apples per se. So he said the next couple of games he coming with the apples. So if you're on his schedule, you might just get your apple. Shout out to T. With that said, man, should we go into our first of the year predictions? It is week 9, so we are at the halfway mark. What are we looking like here? As far as our standings go, what are we looking like? Let me go to it. Let's start with the AFC North. We got the Bengals at 8-0. We got the Ravens at 6-1. Steelers at 2-5, and the Browns at 2-6. Since this is Riggs, we're gonna skip you. Let's go with you, Sky, man. You predicted the Ravens. How are you feeling right now?
I still feel good about my pick. No disrespect to the Bengals. I mean, a great win, huge win versus the Ravens. I just think the latter half of his schedule, like he said, is tough. He got some heavy hitters on there. He got the Texans, Ravens again. He's even got the Broncos on there. So we know that's not going to be no pushover games. So he got some heavy hitters. I mean, if he stick with it and do what he's doing, he's good. And I think the big part that may help him actually, he's only had 2 home games. 6 away games, 2 home games. So the second half of his season, a lot of people got to come to that jungle in Cincinnati. So that could be helpful for him. So we'll see.
Oh man, that's gonna be great for him. That is going to be outstanding.
But
Me
again,
myself,
go ahead.
yeah.
Well, like
Go
I said,
ahead,
I'm going to stick with the Ravens. The Ravens, even though they have they got a tough schedule too. They got the Texans on there too. Even if he loses that one, even if the Ravens lost that Texans game, I think the Bengals are going to lose 3 games. I have them losing 3 games.
Okay. To me, man, that was a great win for the Bengals, man. Numbers don't lie. And like I said at the beginning of the season, I thought that the Bengals would make the playoffs because he's just that good. But numbers don't lie. Points allowed, 161 by the Bengals, and we consider them an outstanding defense, right?
Yes.
Outstanding. Ravens only giving up 100 points.
Mm-hmm.
Only giving up 100 points and have scored 100 more points than the Bengals.
Well, let's not forget, that's a huge stat pad. No disrespect to the Ravens. He did what he was supposed to do. He did put up 100 points on somebody. No disrespect.
That's true. That's true too. But you can't choose and pick your opponent. And I'm pretty sure don't the Bengals got the Titans also? So it'll even itself out.
That's true. I would the only reason I say that is I would say the points against is a little more weighted for me than the points for.
Okay, let's just say he played our normal user. Let's give 20 more points on there. Because Riggs don't really give up more than 20 points a game. So let's just give 20 more points.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying defensively, that's why I'm saying I would say the Ravens are a little bit better because they've only given up 100 points. I'm saying that points against, I would weigh it more than the points for because, again, he played somebody that gave up 100 points.
Right. Right. You right. You're absolutely right, man. You hit that on the head, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I was itching for them 100 points, too.
Oh, yeah, of course. Who doesn't? We all know what it is.
On the other hand, man, like, some shit got to be pointed out, too. Browns. Mel, Easton. 275 points, bro. Stop somebody. Slow down. You run the ball a lot, man. Run it more. You got to slow down, bro. You giving up 275 freaking points, bro, through 8 games, man. You got to stop the bleeding somewhere. Like, bro, figure it out, man. You too good of a player, man, to give up that much, man. And you're a runner. So you can't be a runner and give up 275 yards, man. I mean 275 points. It's not a good combination, man. It's not a what you call it, the chemistry for success. It's just not gonna happen like that, man. Yeah. So man, hey, wake up.
You know, he also had that main injury on his defense, Myles Garrett. And I think he lost some abilities. We're not gonna go through the losing of abilities things, but that injury to Myles Garrett, that can cause a big issue. Reason why?
Yeah.
Like think about it. You know, you lose a good pass rush and run stopper. Yeah. You know, some of those touchdown passes, you know, with a throw out of sack becomes pick sixes.
All right, let me ask you this then.
No.
Let me ask you this question, since that's what you say. If you had the Browns right now, currently as they built, nothing different. Right now at this point, would you be 2-6 and giving up 275 yards?
Me personally, I wouldn't have fucking 5 running backs on my roster.
I'm asking. I'm asking. Would you be 2-6 and giving up 275 yards? Then we can't use Myles Garrett as an excuse. He got to get it together.
Would you be 2-6?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm not using Myles Garrett as no excuse. I'm not letting him escape with an out from one player that's injured.
Yeah, but you also know what it feels like to have a main key defender on defense, like that causes havoc, and he's not there.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you worse in your division on defense because you lost a player.
So you telling me one player doesn't make a difference?
One player does make a difference, but it doesn't make you the worse. You make you the worse.
So Myles Garrett been out for like the whole damn season, damn near. He's been out for like 8 games.
Okay, so if he has Myles Garrett, is he number 1 in the division in defense? Is he number 2?
Well, he hasn't been number 1 in defense this whole time he's been in.
Exactly. So how can we use Myles Garrett as?
Yeah, but he also made the playoffs too. So that's what I'm saying.
But we can't use Myles Garrett as him giving up 275 points because he doesn't have Myles Garrett.
You're saying the fact that because he don't have Myles Garrett, he shouldn't be last. I'm also saying the fact, like, if his team was healthy, the record would be different. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about the 275 points. If he had Myles Garrett, what would his record be? He's 2-6 now.
I don't play his games, but you have seen the fact like a D lineman getting back there, throw out a sack, turns into a turnover. You've seen that. Without no throw out sacks, deep passes. All right, you know, it's like beating my head against a wall trying to tell somebody.
Because unfortunately, he doesn't have Myles Garrett, so it's a moot point, I guess.
He got him back now, but you also have the fact like when you didn't have a defensive player with an ability, what happens? How much the game is that much easier for you? But Myles Garrett don't have an ability now, but he's still a monster at 99 overall.
Okay. All right, moving on. AFC South, we got the Texans, Jags, Titans, Colts. You did, because I'm tired. Sky, how you feel about this division, man?
I picked the Texans, right?
Yes, you picked the Texans.
Well, that's the reason why I picked him. He undefeated right now, so that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Riggs. Did the Colts lose anybody?
I didn't pick the Colts.
I was just that. They gave up 330. All right.
Okay. The Titans? Did they lose anybody? They gave up 330. I'm
asking you, got me. Okay. That's the reason why you give up a lot of points.
You can't transfer this shit from different teams to different teams.
Why can't you use it for different teams?
You can't. Do they have a Myles Garrett on their defense with abilities? Do you even know who their superstars are on the Colts?
I don't know if he does or not.
The
My
Colts
point
do.
exactly.
The Colts
My
have
point exactly.
a superstar on the D line.
Yeah, I know they do. He don't. That's the point. You can't say. That's why you can't compare teams to teams. He don't even know. He don't even know the roster. He's trying to compare it. Come on, oh, this is why they gave up points. You can't do that. I won
I
that
never
round
said
too.
that's why.
Bucko.
Who get what? I never said why somebody gave up points. I said he needed to get his act together. You said the reason why he gave up points is because he didn't have
I
Miles.
said the reason why he could be doing that is because he didn't have Miles Garrett.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
See, you're sticking on one point. I just brought up. You're sticking on one of my many points.
Because the only thing I said is he needed to get his act together on defense.
Bro, I said one player can make a big difference.
And I said, and I agreed. But not to be the worst in your division.
Hey man, it's been the Steelers and the Browns lately for a minute. But I don't see you talking about the Steelers like that. You don't see you talking about your boy like that, huh?
Chill out.
Huh. Yeah,
chill.
my point exactly.
Chill
Yeah,
out.
equal opportunity. Trash talk for everybody. And I'm out, hey, you talk a lot. You talking trash, and I'm out here trying to defend people's rights.
Defense lawyer.
Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of people are still in this league.
Why? Because you defending him.
Hey. We're going to keep this behind closed doors, but you know. A lot of people been on the chopping block.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Anyway, how you feel about the Texans, Jags, Titans, and Colts?
I can't remember if I went with the Jags, but I knew the Texans was going to come in and make a lot of fucking noise. I think I was torn between the two picks. I can't remember what I said. I'm gonna have to go back and check the tape. But
I think we said the same thing. I think we said if the Jags was active and he didn't and he played his game. That's what I said. And I think I kind of piggybacked off you about the Jags being active and playing this game because there's already a couple of sims I think the Jags have had already. So.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. That's one thing. Texans, he's gonna come in and play his goddamn games. Jags, he's gonna come in and play his games too, but at the same time, he's not gonna stress to play his games. If he can play him, he'll play him. If he want to play, he's definitely gonna play you. But tell you the truth, looking at the standings, like it's still gonna be a toss up because I don't think they played yet. So that's gonna be a slobber knocker. Like they look like they both got like what top 10 offenses and top 10 defenses.
Exactly. Is it? Might be fair to say, man, the Texans might have the number one rated defense because they it's either the Texans or the Ravens. The Ravens, and the only reason why I say that because the Texans have actually played 7 games and the Ravens played 6 so far, and the Texans been giving up 115 points. The Ravens been giving up 100 points. So 15-point difference for one game. So it's neck and neck. It's right there. So that defense and the Ravens and the Texans both have a lot of points scored. Had the Texans played the Titans too? I think the Texans played the Titans too. Matter of fact, Texans have played the Titans.
Yeah, they played like early in the season, like in that first 3 or 4 weeks.
Titans, where you at, man? I'm gonna line you up for 16 games next season. Shit. Shout out to the Titans, man. He does play his games, man. He's an active player, man. He just enjoys playing Madden, man. That's all it takes, man. Just play your games, bro. None more, none less. Be active. Moving on. Moving on to the AFC East. Shit, we got the Jets at 5-2. We got the Dolphins at 3-4. We got the Patriots at 3-5, and we got the Bills at 2-5. Riggs, what you feeling? How you feeling about this division?
I
Where did you
think
go? You in Dolphins, right?
I picked the Dolphins, and we just seen the Dolphins made a blockbuster trade with the Texans to pick up a young running back with some abilities. So pretty sure his record's probably gonna skyrocket back up somewhere. And the Jets, he's what
Justin had. I
24
think he done
around
had 3
134.
consecutive forced wins.
Yeah, he's been saying like people don't want to play him, but I think somewhere down the line he's gonna start getting these games played, and we'll see if we'll see if he keep this hold on this division.
Yeah, it's a pretty. Even though the records don't indicate it to me, I think it's a pretty damn even division. But I'm still going with the. I'm still going with the Dolphins, man. I am still going with the Dolphins, man. I'm telling you right now, he he may. I don't know. I don't even know what his schedule is, man. He still probably won't end up losing more than 6 games. 10-6. Jets probably still squeeze into the playoffs with that extra playoff spot now. Anything's possible, but I'm still giving it to the Dolphins. How about you, Sky?
I'm sticking with the Dolphins. Have they played? Have the Dolphins and Jets played?
I don't think so.
Let me
I
fact
don't
check
think
that
so.
real fast.
Yeah, let me
I don't think so.
let me get the stats on
Not
that.
that I can remember.
But while Riggs is doing that, let me say, shout out to the Dolphins and Texans. Huge blockbuster trade. You
They
see Travis,
did play. They played week
Mm-hmm.
one.
Jets won.
Oh,
Yeah, they played week one. Dolphins won 13-49.
Okay, so again, it might be come down to a competition thing, like you said. The Jets obviously they were 2-2. You said 3 consecutive forced wins. They're 5-2. There's a reason why I'm sticking with the Dolphins.
Actually,
But
that's 4 consecutive force wins.
so he was really 1-2.
and the Dolphins then went through.
And it's
The
not nothing
Dolphins have
against the
had a little
Jets.
gauntlet.
Nothing against the Jets. I'm not, if the guys ain't showing up, he's reaching out. They're not hitting
Yeah,
him back.
yeah.
He's
You doing
doing
what
what
you're supposed to
he's
do.
doing what he's supposed to do. So nothing against the Jets, but it's different when you have them sticks in your hand and you on the field. It's a different feel. It's a different situation. So I'm riding with the Dolphins. Again, like Rick said, huge blockbuster trade. We see Travis Etienne in a second round pick go to the Dolphins
Great
for
trade. Great trade.
Jalen Owe. I think his name's Jalen. Jalen
Yeah, Jason
Owe.
Owen. Yeah.
Great
Jason
trade,
Owe
man.
and a first round pick to the Texans. Texans beef up that defense. Obviously, it was a smart trade for both teams. Dolphins like to run the ball, and he's picking up some speed and a guy with some abilities. Jets obviously are a passing team. They probably don't really need Etienne that much that he couldn't use whoever's behind him. So I'm not mad at that. That's a good. To me, that was a good trade on both sides. I personally probably wouldn't have went with the picks there the way they did. But that's the Dolphins front office. That's what they wanted to do. They made the move they needed to make. But shout out to both of them. Like again, we see contenders. We know the Dolphins has been a contender all Madden. So we see him making a play to continue that streak of being a contender. I think he'll still win this division. Will his seating be as high? We could see him be maybe a 3-4, probably closer to the 4. So he's gonna have a hell of a game against whoever that 5 spot is. But that's what you make plays for. That's what you make blockbuster trades for. So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out, man. Y'all got the deal done, bruh.
Fact.
Y'all got the deal
Fact.
done, man.
And both them players need to be re-signed too. See how trades work.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you when you ink that good deal, man. Shit, man.
Yep.
And did the Texans even need to make a move? Probably not. But he made a move because he thought it even better his team. He undefeated. He could have been like, "Oh, I'm undefeated. I'm gonna keep everybody."
Mm-hmm.
But he chose to make a move, man.
And the Dolphins
I need to look at that.
realizing they needed, realizing what they wanted and needed for their team, was willing to part with a great player. I mean, always a great player. He's young. What is he, 23? Going into 24, like Rick said, he's going into his first big contract, but he's a star development. He's a player worth investing in. So
All right. So yeah, moving on. AFC West. Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers. Riggs, how you feel about
Hold on. Before you get into it, I just want to say, again, we saw another big trade within the division. Broncos and Chiefs. We were looking for pass rushing. Shout out to the Chiefs. They were looking for. We let Armand St. Brown go, one of the better receivers on our team. We had a plethora of receivers, and we realized what we needed was some pass rush. So shout out to the Chiefs for making a big trade with us. We let Armand St. Brown and I believe his name was Daquan Smith, a right end, go to bring in Levi Mann and a first round pick and a third round pick. So we appreciate him, and shout out to Levi Mann. First game on the field for us versus the Chargers. 3 sacks right off the bat. So we definitely feel good about that trade. And the Chiefs got another weapon. Now, Chiefs are going to be tough with that weapon, but we felt it was a necessary move for us, and that's the way you got to play the game. And shout out to the Bengals. What up, Gray? He just popped up in the chat.
What up, Gray?
We talked about your team
man?
already. Shout out. Hell of a season you got going so far. Hell of a season, sir. But, okay, my bad. Back to the two commentating on the AFC West. Let me be quiet.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good, bro. AFC West, man. We got the Broncos sitting on top at 5-2. We got the Raiders sitting on top at 4-3, question mark. We got the Chiefs sitting at 4-3, and then we got the Chargers sitting at 2-5. Riggs, you still sticking with the Broncos? Or did you go with the Raiders? I can't remember.
I actually picked the Broncos because this is the one time I picked the commissioner, and Sky said "fuck" under his breath. Because I never picked nobody. But yeah, I'm still sticking with the Broncos, man. Like, he's been willing and dealing trying to help build his defense up, so he moves some pieces around. His offense is, it's going to put up points. He's been seeing that, his defense been slacking, and he needs to, cut down on some of the points allowed. So, that's what he was looking for. He made the adjustments. He did some inner soul searching, and, he reevaluated his team and figured out this is what we need. And he's going out and made the moves.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Sky, I see you doing your thing, man. I picked you.
Raiders
I don't see
you a hater. Raiders are calling you a hater.
Who?
Saying you a hater.
I'm a hater?
No. Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders are calling Riggs a hater, I think.
No, I don't care. Hey, you was on the chopping block at 1 point too. I saved your life.
Riggs, you can't tell everybody you saved, bro. But man, the Raiders, man, Raiders been in the league forever, man. He's the only person that ever took the death penalty. Took that shit like a champ, came back, man. He got my respect.
If you don't know what the death penalty is, you want to find out?
Jesus.
Let me tell you something. As long as he in this league, he got my respect, bro. Never wavered, never left, and then took everything that came to him. When he's in the wrong, he take what's coming. When he's in the right, he fight for his rights, man. I got nothing but respect for him. But I'm going with the Broncos. Raiders, I still think you can make the playoffs, but I'm going with the Broncos. I'm going to stick with the Broncos there. Moving on to the NFC.
He said he wasn't talking about Riggs. He said that question mark comment. I guess.
The question mark comment. I just said 4-3 question mark. You won the game. I said it was questionable. That's it. Left it at that, bro. But it's all good, man. It was a great game, man.
That was a funny game.
Oh yeah,
great game, man. Great game.
I forgot that's who that was against.
That was a good game. That was a hell of a game between.
I'm putting that play in my playbook.
A gummy here, gummy there. It's all good.
Yeah, well, make sure you take gummies when you play us.
Nah, the thing about it is I was really fucking sick and just started feeling better, man. I just need to medicate myself to get through some shit. Not to say that's the reason why I lost, man. He played a good game, man. He deserved to win. He did what it took to win the game, man. So shout outs to the Raiders, man. Moving on, man. I'm not gonna get too high, too low on a win or a loss, man, because you know what?
He jiggled that Ethernet cord right when you was about to kick, huh?
Nah, that was just me. I just missed that shit, bro.
I'll just mess it. I'll just mess it. I'll
Oh,
just mess it.
oh yeah. I don't know. I just missed that shit, man. This shit just happened, bro. But yeah. Moving on to the North. I mean, the NFC North. Yeah, we got the Lions. We got the Packers. We got the Vikings, and we got the Bears. Oh, I can't remember who I picked. Let's go. Let's go ahead and start with you, Sky.
I think I picked the Bears, and they made a fool. You made a fool of me right now.
It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody.
Shout out to the Lions sitting at 7-0. I'm definitely gonna switch my pick to the Lions. I know they played a tough game against the Bears, but I believe Riggs, if you can be the stat checker, have they played the Bears twice already?
Yeah,
I think so.
Say yes.
I think they have.
Beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they already played both games.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And I think that's his toughest competition style-wise. I'm not saying the Packers and Vikings don't have a shot, but style-wise...
Yeah, they already played. They played week 3 and week 8. Yeah, so they done.
But style-wise...
So you switching your pick?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions, man. They're playing smart right now. He's getting it done on both sides of the ball. He's doing what he's got to do. But again... I also know the Lions uses from past times. If he gets into stat chasing mode, he could slip up and let a Vikings team or a Packers team right back in this. Because he ain't got an easy second half of the season either. So we definitely have to wait and see what happens there. That's all I got.
Okay. Yeah. Riggs, how you feel about this division? I'm not for sure who you went with. Did you go with the Packers? I think you went with the Packers, right?
I think no, I picked the Lions. I think I went back there and went with the Packers. But Vikings went through a tough stretch right now, man. It's going through a tough stretch. Packers, you know, you have a chance to, at this point, possibly make the playoffs. Vikings too. Well, I think Vikings hold the tiebreaker. As of right now.
Packers want to see him. Packers want to see him with against the Vikings. Remember they game? They didn't meet times, and it was Sim, and the Packers won the Sim.
Did they already play twice? No, I don't think they played twice. No, they haven't played twice.
We got another one to go.
I don't think so. But hey, it's about to be a good one. That division may come down to the last of it. Oh yeah, they already played twice, so they split. Vikings and Packers.
Well, I'm definitely going with the Lions. Man, Lions on I like his attitude, man. Lions is like he went to what you call it? He went to like dark mode. Like so the Lions, you know, he usually reserved and don't really say much, man, but the last couple of weeks, man, he's been talking his shit, man, and maybe that's motivating him more on his games. I don't know, man. We'll see what comes about, man. But he's been talking his shit here lately, man. Seems like he's been motivated for each and every game that he play. We'll see, man. The jury's still out, man. He always have a great first half. We'll see what happens the second half. I'm not saying he have a bad second half. I'm sorry, but
we'll see. He probably saw that motherfucking. He probably saw that damn the rest of his schedule. He's like, yeah, I can talk now.
Let me look. Oh yeah, time to talk my shit. Wow. Moving on to the NFC South, and y'all know, I'm always talking trash about this damn division. I need to just shut my ass up, man. And I always talk about the Bucks and how they can be Much better than what they doing. And guess what? The Bucks are fucking leading the division. Sky, how you feel about this division?
I don't even remember who I think I picked the Panthers. They're gone. We don't know who the new user is. Falcons, I don't know what's going on there. They reeled off two
Breaking
straight.
news: Panthers is out of the junkies.
Facts. So, who knows who the user is there? Maybe they can come in and do something with that team. Saints. It's what's wild is that the Falcons legit still have a chance to win this division. So you know what? I'm gonna push in with the Falcons. Fuck it. I feel like he's the most consistent out of all of these players right now because obviously the Panthers don't have anybody. But shout out to the Saints and the Bucks. They're not consistent, man. Bucks will be up and down. I mean, you can see. Look at their offense and defense. 172 for, 178 against. Like, what are we doing here? Falcons. I mean, obviously they've been getting ran through, but again, he just pulled off a nice win. 40 put up 47 points against the Vikings team that we thought was looking pretty sharp early on. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Falcons though. I'm right. I think, like I said, I think I picked the Panthers. I don't know who the new user is gonna be. So that this division's kind of a toss up, man. This is throw them in the sky and shoot one and see what comes down. I mean, that's legit all I got because like I said, the Falcons don't won 2 in a row. They're more than capable enough to beat the users that are in this division. We'll see.
Yeah, I piggyback off you, Scott, man. Your argument really kind of convinced me of the Falcons, man. The other teams are unstable, and then you really just got at this time it's the Falcons against the Bucks. Can the Falcons beat the Bucks? Yes. Can the Bucks maintain this division, not scoring 172, giving up 178? He's lucky enough to get to 4-3, but they're gonna have to tighten up more than that.
Yeah.
You're right, man. You convinced me, man. I think I started and I said the Saints, but I don't know. He's inconsistent right now. He's not even. I don't even think he played the last 2 weeks, man. I don't really know what's going on. I don't even know if we need a new Saints user. I got to go with the Falcons, man. He's the most reliable person. Let's go with the Falcons. I'm sorry. I got to piggyback off you, Sky. Just hold me up. Riz, what you got?
Riz there?
Yeah, you can't hear him, Sky?
No, I can't.
Okay.
But this
There you
division,
go. He back. Start over, Riz, because you was gone for a second.
hey, kiss my ass. Nah, but this division is a complete grenade, just waiting to be pulled. Just sit there, go AFK, and it's just a bomb waiting to happen. We don't know. Like, I picked the Saints. A lot of y'all picked different users, but if the Saints can come back, it's summertime, so usually niggas like people start falling off. School's out, family, vacations, all the other stuff. But I can't see myself pulling for the Bucks, and he got the lead. And the Falcons are technically at the bottom, but they shouldn't be at the bottom because the Panthers been, he's been AWOL. Saints is technically kind of AWOL, but I really don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah. I'm sitting here with the Jackie Chan face right now.
Carter.
I really don't know. I still want to pull for the Saints because technically that Saints, like I said before, anybody who had the Saints in that division been winning. So
yeah.
But they also have to play, so.
Yep.
Yeah, they gotta play, man. You gotta play your games, man. Gotta play your games, man. So everybody agree we going with the Falcons? I think that's the first unanimous pick.
No, I still ain't picking the Falcons.
Who you pick?
Actually, I picked the Falcons.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't pick the Bucks. I don't know, man. I still want to ride with the Saints, but By unanimous decision, I'm going to ride with the Falcons.
You go around with the Falcons too? I just think it'd be funny if they did. I want to see him pull it off. That's honestly, because he could legit pull this off, going 10-6, maybe even 9-7.
I think I played their division. My division plays their division this season.
There you go. Like I said, legit, he could be 9-7 and win this division. He might. This could be. Will this be the first time all Madden that we have somebody be under 500 make the playoffs? That's a huge possibility in this division.
I think we had it happen once.
We had it, but as far as like being like, you talking about as far as like being like the person that won the division?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be the first time.
We haven't had somebody win the division be under 500. We had like some 500 teams. We had some teams that was like below 500 make the playoffs, but
here's where the division race stands right now. Within the division, Bucks are 1-1, Saints are 2-2, Panthers are 3-0, Falcons are 0-3. So technically, the Bucks have the best chance because they have the most games left. Panthers, whoever's coming into this team, has a good chance because they're 3-0, but they have 3 games left. Saints have 2 games left. Who knows what happens there? And the Saints can legit will off 3 wins and go 3-3. Or Falcons, I'm sorry, can go 3-3. So again, somebody in this division, somebody could get in at 8-8, 7-9, winning the division. And that's what I can see. I can see that happening too. But again, if I have to pick somebody, I made my pick with the Falcons. But all right, that's it. That's all I got.
That's a smart pick. Good evaluation there, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right, moving on to the NFC East. Cowboys, Giants, football team, Eagles. Giants at 8-0. Cowboys at 8-0. Giants at 5-3. Football team at 2-5. And the Eagles at 1-6.
Can we just hurry up and just unanimous? This is the Cowboys.
Okay, Cowboys. Moving on.
Yeah.
NFC West. We got
It's a battle. Huh? It's gonna be a battle in this division.
Yeah.
Seahawks and Cardinals. It's gonna be a battle.
Can I finally be right when I pick the Cardinals?
Like Riggs said. Riggs, you said early in the season, at the beginning of the year, though, you said the Cardinals are back. He's back focused. You know, he went on vacation, got him a little time, had been cooling, chilling, enjoying his time. Now he back to business, and we see he right there in the thick of things. So I bet you the Seahawks won't eat no more gummies playing none of these games.
I'm gonna eat gummies. That's just what I do. I don't never use that as an excuse. I eat gummies a lot.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
I'm definitely gonna eat gummies. It helps me relax.
Hell yeah.
My cataracts. But yeah, so Sky, who you picking for this division, man? Have you changed? Are you leaning to the Cardinals now?
No, I'm still sticking with the Seahawks. I just feel like the Seahawks have the better overall team. Obviously, defensively, we see they're stacked. They're a much better defensive team than the Cardinals. Cardinals will probably get in. I could see them getting that 6 or 7 seed. Yeah, they can definitely get in the playoffs. I just think the Seahawks have too much firepower over there. And I know he probably got something brewing trade-wise. I wouldn't be shocked to see a big trade for the Seahawks that'll be like jaw-dropping, but also add to the caliber of his team. So I can see that happening.
Riggs, how you feeling? You still going with the Cardinals, or?
Yeah, I'm still pick the Cardinals. I want to see can I be right one time in this division. Dino's like, you gonna be right? Pick me.
Nah, I wasn't thinking that. We got to. Regardless of the pick, I still got to play the games. You know what I mean?
Have y'all played them? Y'all played once already? Or y'all played twice?
No, we played one time.
Okay.
We played one time, and what's it? I think I'm the only one he lost to in the division, and I think, matter of fact, yep, I'm the only one he lost to in the division. Other than that,
Quick side note, Rams, get your shit together. We know you're a CPU, but you should not be losing like this. 205 points allowed. No, I'm bullshitting, but I don't care. I'm about to say it. You want to sit there and lie and say his connection's not good and
uh-oh,
you can't do all
uh-oh.
this other stuff. And, oh, I got locked out of my account. I switched over. It's taking forever to download. I'm going to play on the file. First of all, your connection was trash. You didn't reach out.
Preach.
You didn't want to play.
Preach.
And you want to sit there and take the loser way out and say you were downloading. You've been downloading this game for 2 weeks in real life time.
Preach.
And was it gonna work out?
Tell him.
Sorry.
Won't he do it?
Williams. Your connection's been horrible for the last 2 or 3 Maddens.
Amen.
You have been voted the worst connection in this league.
Oh my God.
You know it's bad when every game you play, I go down this team schedule, is more than 2 starts.
Oh man. Is it offering time? Where's the plate? Where's the plate? Plate, please.
Let me get off my high horse before I start sweating.
I done got my sermon. Hey, everything he said is facts. Is facts. But we about to make some moves here. We about to make some moves here, guys. So everything he said is facts, though, man. But as always, man, we didn't get a podcast in last week. Here or there, I was a little bit under the weather. We didn't connect really like we should have, man. But we've been on it, man. So every Monday, man, we still trying to come to you at one time or another during the day. Hopefully next week we can get some guests. I got a couple of guys that actually told me they want to come on, so I'll try to coordinate their schedule. Maybe we get some guests on here, man. Come and talk your shit, man. You don't like what we saying? Say what you got to say, man. You got a voice too, man. Express yourself, man. Do what you do, man. This is all to have fun, man. It's all to have fun, man. You win some, you lose some. End of the day, man, there can only be one champ, man. Ain't that right, Riggs? Ain't that right, Sky? But that's all I got, man. Sky, what's your last words for the people?
Just continue to get your games in, man. We appreciate everybody playing, man. Make trades. If there's an opportunity to make a blockbuster trade and it's going to benefit you and your team, make it happen, man. Don't be scared to throw some bait out there and see what people bite at. You never know. Some of y'all sitting on... let me stop. Some of y'all sitting on practice squad players you better look at real quick. Let me put it that way. If you're not even looking at your practice squad, then you losing out on a whole lot of players that's on your team. But I'll leave that alone.
Trust me, I just got me a practice squad player earlier this season that will be becoming a starter before the end of the season. So you better get your shit together.
Hello. Talk to him.
Shit. And then y'all be talking about where this player came from. Your practice squad?
Hello.
That's where he came from?
Shout out to the Bengals and Fitzsimmons. I appreciate that you didn't want him on your team, a star cornerback. He came in and done pretty well for us so far this season. Appreciate it.
Riggs, what's your last word?
That's from last season.
Oh, okay. Riggs? Is Riggs there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, last words for the people.
Reach out, get y'all games played. Like we've been had this rule. If everybody get 100%, something may happen. We haven't had that happen. What, 2 seasons? 3 maybe? It's been a while. Like just get y'all games played, man. Life goes a whole lot easier. And if you want to force, reach out. Don't wait till the last minute and provide evidence.
All right. Piggyback out both what they both said, man. Like provide evidence, man. Don't just actively advance. Oh, I should have got the force. Oh, you didn't give me enough time, bro. We can't advance 30 minutes early and you say you didn't have enough time, bro. It's just like it's give and take, man. Like after 12 hours you can start talking to commissioners if your opponent haven't reached out. There's a 12-hour, 24-hour rule. It's been explained on the page several times. Listen,
Yeah, so
know your rights, man. Know your rules.
24 hours. If y'all haven't got it scheduled, reach out. Put us on alert. And when you want to confirm it, you have to request it.
Man, there's some guys in this league know the rules just as good as any commissioner. So you can't tell me that you can't go by the rules or abide by the rules, man. They work. They work. They in place for a reason, man. Everybody have an even playing ground. But with that said, man, appreciate y'all listening. We halfway through the season. Got 8 games to go. I will mention one more time, if you listen to this podcast, the teams that have the opportunity this week for the X Factor bonus is the Dolphins versus Packers, the Raiders versus Jets, the Bucks versus Eagles, and the Texans versus the Colts. This is the last time we'll mention it. We're not going to put it on the page. Hopefully you listen to the podcast, because if you don't score and you see 2 guys on your team come off, that's on you. But trust me. And if you do hold your opponent scoreless and you don't submit, that's on you too. So listen to the podcast. Matter of fact, every week we're going to start putting some type of bonus information into the podcast, where you're going to have to listen to the podcast in order to know what that bonus information is, starting this podcast. But that's all I have. Thanks for being part of Junkies. And we out.